Everybody, Thursday, the 1st of September. That's the ninth of the year, I mean the month. Well, Sam, just say hi to everybody. Just got back into my office after dropping off my wife close to Pluk Satha Temple. Not so many motorbike. The challenge is that I have to, ride motorbike, cross a very narrow bridge, Praved Buriram Canal. And not so many people this morning. Of course, high school student, are starting coming to the school. Yesterday, Wednesday, the end of August. So New Year is coming soon. Yesterday, heavy rain starting about 3 p.m. The came with thunder, lightning. The thing is, that lasts about an hour. But I'm still working in my office anyway. Luckily, the rain stopped about 4:30 when people getting off from work, so not so heavy rain. And this morning, sunshine and clear sky, no sign of rain, but I'm not sure. During this time, it takes maybe just 10 minutes for cloud accumulate, getting dark, and comes along with rain, after that. My plan today is to have no class, and we will continue writing my lectures and put something more examples, for student as engineer, that you give them equations, you give them theories, but if you don't give them example about calculations, they have no clue. Not but if you show them to do calculations, that's the key when you're teaching engineering courses. You need to show them example about plugging numbers and what equations will be applying, and they will have more clear understanding about theories and equations, not just plug in number and then get the final number and match of the correct answers. Well, my decision start posting YouTube so early in the morning. Now it's 6:37 a.m. and we get back to my work soon. So continue with my personal life as the series 1. Let's say this one is going to be a series 2. Probably not going to take too long, because for series 1 that's 35 minutes. Maybe it's get boring, but my objectives is that I want to encourage students, as I mentioned. Nowadays there are so many distractions about news in the term of not creative. So people try to deviate to the other, let's say, side of news. So they ignore technologies, they ignore about something creative news. As my personal life, after I finish my study, and let's say I came back to Thailand and start working at KMTL Electronics Engineering Department. It's kind of excited. To be honest, at that time, I already get used to spending my life in the States, and I don't really want to come back. But with my obligation that I have to come back here as the researcher at the research center at KMTL, I have to come back. The first year I feel very uncomfortable about, you have to adapt or reacclimating, your life, because it's just like you reset everything. You don't know where to go to buy pens, water. Over there, it's not like this. We have like street food, right? So I'm not really get used to, where to go. But luckily, the next door of my office is the senior students. So they guide me a lot to go to Lotus, and I confused. I not even remember the way, which way I go to, like Laxi, which way go to Bang Na, I lost, totally lost. But it took about 3 months, I back to normal, just my life in Thailand. And that time I remember I have to stay at Laxi, of course, in the house of my mom. And the first day, I drove from Laxi to Lat Krabang. That's the long way, and I have to fill up the gas at the gas station. I remember, like Surintawong or something. And since I get used to gallons, when you fill up the gas, and now here they use a different unit. They use liters, right? As the temperature, over there they use the Fahrenheit, and here they use the degree Celsius. And the distance, over there they use miles. Here they use the kilometer. So different units that I have to, reset. And even counting money, I'm still confused. I tell you the truth. Thinking about you being somewhere else, for 7 years, and you totally forgot about everything. And I can see the meter of the pump gas, running very fast. So I kind of shocked, like, hey, stop, because the number running, the cost of the gas running to 1,000 bahts, and I'm not get used to that because over there we use the US dollars, right? And that's maybe $10, $20, but here is just 1,000 and getting close to 1,500, and I have to check, money in my pocket, and then but I finally I went through that kind of situation. The first day I stopped by at KMTL, this is in the office that I took a look, because when our professor abandoned this office because he does like because there is no wall at all, and very noisy about our students, like young people. They're always talking, and they stay late at night, even 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You cannot, stay there. But my decision is that I cannot take a long way, from Laxi to Lat Krabang. It's so very tired. It's more than 15 kilometers. And at that time, I also have a jet lag, but I have to come here to work. So my decision, like, okay, I'll take this office. I stay here, I sleep here, I don't want to make trips. And that's going to be a benefit because you have more time, you have plenty of time. You don't have to waste your time make trips, from your house to your workplace. And but of course, suffering a lot at the time because, as I mentioned, young students is talking very loud, noisy at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then it's very difficult, very, very difficult for me to put myself, to sleep. And luckily that in the building we have, shower rooms. That's kind of most of professor. It's kind of traditional. They live here because they're working hard. It's just like open house, open campus. You can stay here for 24 hours. Nobody kick you out. No security, kick you out. And that's kind of memories that I never forgot. And I start like going to a cafeteria, to find food to eat. But at the time or at the beginning, that when I started working here at KMTL, I have bread, like making sandwich. But I just walk around. And it's kind of have difficult time, at the beginning. But later on, I enjoy, go out, talking to people around here, both in and out of campus. So I make a lot of friends. And of course, at that time, because 7 years in America, like my Thai still, mixed with English accent. So it's kind of funny, but I make a lot of friends, with students, and also they're very happy about, like very close to them. Not so I have a lot of gap. Just like I mentioned, even in the States, we talk to professors just like friends, like they call me cook, but still have to call them, professors. And there's no gap between students and professor. But later on now, you cannot compare to at this time because we have more gaps, wider and wider. Well, not just like 15 years ago or 10 years ago. And when I have free time, student guide me. Sometimes we go out of town, and once I went to Chiang Mai, I went to Phuket alone by myself because I talked to myself that when I have free time, you've been around everywhere, almost everywhere in the States, but here in Thailand, like why not? And that time I got a Peugeot, a used car. And I drove, I enjoy riding, talk, to people along the way. And make a lot of friends. So I seen, something, I want to have seafood, I want to have local food, and it's no accident at all. Think about you driving alone, to Phuket and Chiang Mai. That's not a short trip. That's very far. But I have like potential. I have my motivation that, hey, this is Thailand, you have to do it. So that's why now I don't want to go anywhere because I've been, almost throughout the country already. And not just like, stay in the hotel, but sometimes, like I slept in the car, in the gas station, but nothing happened at all. I enjoy At that time, I did not have a good camera, so I don't have a lot of pictures or photos to show you guys. And later on, what even made me happy is that they want a professor to go down to Chumphon campus. And that time I even enjoy because I took trains and then went to the campus. That's the ocean front, Thai Gulf. You even met students that are waiting for you to go down to teach, because not so many professors want to go down sorry, to teach, and not so many professors over there. I mean, in the term of our electronics engineering department, they have a mechanical engineering department, agriculture, and I enjoy teaching over there. And you finish teaching, you just go to the beach, sit down, and have seafood. Like you do cooking by yourself, and look at the moon. And at night, you go down to the beach. You have so many activities, to get crabs. The small one, not the big one. You got flashlight, and you can, catch some fish, small one. So really enjoy. That's a great experience that I have been exposed. I've been doing that for probably about 3 years. Back to Bangkok, go down. But I went down to Chumphon campus there on the weekend. So Friday, you be ready. You pack your stuffs and be ready to go down. I took the trains, left about maybe 7:30 p.m. and be there about 5 a.m. That train station at Chumphon campus. Train station in the city of Chumphon. It's about 27 kilometers from the campus. And they have a driver waiting pick me up. I really appreciate about the way they treat me, because think about they have family, and they have to wake up about 4:30 to come to train station, Chumphon train station. Of course, they live in the city, but they're thinking about they have to do their job. Woke up 4:30, drop me off on the campus, 24 kilometers, and then they have to come back to the city again and go back to the campus to work. So that's why I really appreciate. Later on, I make friends with them, and I respect them a lot. Sometimes they forget, and I'm not blaming on them at all. So I took what to call motorbike. I paid them $200, So I took opportunity, no complaint, because you have a backpack, right? And you have documents, you have books. But sometimes I left, my documents, my book on the campus. So you have backpack, and thinking about riding motorcycle for 24/7 hours, along the beach. So you can see the sunrise. You can see your fisherman village. It's so nice, so beautiful. And stop by, have coffee with people at the fisherman village. I guess that you probably know that I make friends along the beach, and they're very happy, like for me to sit down. That's the Thai traditional. Few people, like from Bangkok, sit down having coffee with them and chat with them, and start working. We have a house, reception house on the beach, so I took a shower and be ready to go to teach. And I even asked students, let me give me a motorbike so I can ride around, and they did very good. They gave me almost all the time. Just give me a motorbike, but of course I have to fill up gas, when I finish, because most students over there have a few gas in the tank, motorbike left. That's kind of funny story. And in the morning, I always, ride motorbike. Of course, I woke up 5 a.m. to Patu market. Of course, same. Talk to people around there. That's about 10 kilometers, but I enjoy riding, in the morning. So I had a great time. Sometimes I bought seafood for, students. Believe me, I spent a lot of money every time I, went down there. At least 6,000 baht per trip. I treat students. At the time, the first time I went down there, the class had students, about 18, students, and most of them came from Bangkok. So, they're just waiting for me to go down there because I'm really friendly, and I talk to them just like brothers, and that's why I treat them, thinking about, come on, you at the beach, you need a soft drink, so I have to buy have a soft drink, beers, and of course you need a seafood. So 6,000 baht, that's still a small money. Sometimes you're talking about 10,000 bahts. But I'm happy, I'm enjoy. Okay, that's the 22 minutes already. That's going to be too long, and I will get back to my work soon. We will continue with personal life, series 3. Hopefully this is going to be some good experience that I share to everybody. Okay, have a good Thursday, the first day of August. Oh, sorry, September, and New Year is coming soon. The weather nice this morning, probably about 27 degrees, but I'm not sure. Later on, it's getting warm. That's what's going to happen every day, and still have warning about thunderstorm, raining. We will see. Take care, everybody. Bye.